Doctors Without Borders does amazing work helping to treat diseases and help refugees, victims of humanitarian crises, and victims of natural disasters. Hashtag FreePanda.
And not to be outdone at all, we have from Anonymous a massive $5 donation. No comment attached, but we thank you very much for your generosity. I'm Prosec, by the way. I'll be joining Flowhar for this first little hosting block. But before we get any of that, it's time to introduce our run. So, Rom-Stein, take it away.
Well, hello everyone. Thank you for this introduction. Thanks to the early donators. Thank you everyone watching, donating for great cause. Thank you all. I'm Rom-Stein. You can pronounce my name the way you want, basically. I have two co-commentators with me, Lily Sparks and Orbit Legend. Thank you for both joining me.
Thank you.
Oh, it's great to be here.
Alright, so Final Fantasy V Carry Day is the randomizer version for Final Fantasy V on Super Famicom. And we're doing Blackout Bingo on the randomizer version, so if everything is ready, without further ado, we will begin. Alright. Is everyone ready? Then, let's start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Alright, so I will let my mates read the bingo goals while I begin collecting items and hints.
Okay, so I guess I'll take the first row. Gilgamesh 4, we just have to find that boss. He's not too difficult. And it's got one of the best musics in the game. Obtain the Moogle suit is one of the key items. It opens up Moogle Village, which has 7 tier 9 chests. There's a loot tiering system of this game. So early chests and then later chests generally have higher tier items. The flower field in History is just a simple, easy one. There's an item hidden in there. It's the Toad spell in the vanilla game. Gilgamesh 3, another one of our recurring villains. And get kicked out of the beginner's house in Tool. If you say you're not new, she will kick you out of the house, and it's a pretty funny scene.
Alright, I will do row 2, starting off with the Loot Black Chocobo Forest. This is pretty late into World 1, but basically you just go and you will loot the Black Chocobo and get 2 items from him. Next is check both items in more.
Oh.
That is actually a little bit interesting because usually that's either Brave Blade or Chicken Knife, and he will actually have to check both of those items, and he still only gets to pick one.
Before you do the next one, we just got a very potent ability, and we also got to see what our our starting job is, which is Summoner. Very, very powerful job. And then the Slash ability can insta-kill certain bosses.
Yeah, so Summoner as a starter is powerful. We have access to all the summons if we have the MP to afford it, and I think that ensures we are able to do one of the goals right when we find the specific boss, I think.
Which is a perfect segue into the next goal, which is trigger Halicarnasso's counterattack, which is cast a summon. So that's perfect. Next up is a key item, obtain the shrine page. It's a key item. I'm sure we'll find it in our travels. And my personal favorite, the unsung hero of the game, is Boko the Chocobo, and we have to ride him to the waterfall.
So our next row... Oh, and Rom-Stein is starting to loot Tool, which is a starting village. It's got around 15 chests and several good shops.
And this is the town with the beginner's house, so he will have to get kicked out of it.
So we'll see that goal here, Matt, in just a few minutes.
Well, a few seconds.
works.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right. Get out. And we can just enter again.
And with that, we are on the board.
Yay. And then the first one in the third row is check 4 hints. There's a hint system in the game. There's 13 or 14 hint NPCs. One of which we'll see soon, and one we saw in the castle, which I did not see what the hint was.
It was Pyramid Page is in Ward 1.
Okay. That's one of our other key items. Second is collect 6 job crystals. So we don't have to master them yet. We'll see in the bottom right there is a master 4 jobs, but we just have to get 6 jobs. And then beat the book fight on the top of the library. There is a fight that you can learn several powerful blue magics from, and it's available, and you just have to beat that fight.
The Tool Goblin goes down.
And the goblin is nice because it lets you start at level 2 rather than level 1, and that's a pretty hefty increase in health.
Not to interrupt, but we did just get the Hunter Crystal.
That's a very powerful one. And Wolf's Tower is past the void. So to reach Wolf's Tower, we will need to have the Wolf's Tower key item.
I think it's a good time to explain what kind of hints we can get since we have a hint goal. So we have multiple types of hints. First are the paths to the void. Those are it indicates locations that are required to beat the game, which is not really the goal here in Randomizer, but it still gives useful hints. Then we have random hints. Gives you the location of an item. Random item might be required or not. Barren, that means some types of locations don't have any key item. But more forests can still be required for a specific reason that I won't explain yet.
Not to interrupt you, but we did just get the Flower Field item in iStory, so that is another bingo tile done.
Then we have world hints telling you that specific key items are in specific worlds, because there are 3 worlds here in this game. Bart's Worlds, Galuf Worlds, and the Merge World. We can access them all right at the beginning due to the settings we are using currently. And that's all the hints we have. Alright.
And specifically for this goal, it's telling you not that the hints in Great Trench, of which there are 3, and the hints in Mirage Village, which there are 2, are not counted in this check 4 hints category, because that would just be too easy.
I noticed Rom here has opted to do a lot of shopping early on as opposed to some of the easier bosses. He's just checking all the different shops in town to kind of build his team up rather than going into some of the early dungeons.
Yeah, the reason I do that is I want to locate like jobs or abilities that will be useful for bingo boards. I want to also get many hints early to have locations of like key items that are on boards. Yeah, that kind of thing.
I think it's a great play. We did see Monk and Berserker there in Karnak, so that's great to see. We know where those are, and if we are hard up for jobs, we can come back later and get those when we have a little bit more money.
And Berserker is one of Rom's favorite classes as well. And unfortunately, I just missed that hint.
North Mountain Steamship Key.
Nice.
That's 3 hints currently. Where can I go to get another one super easily? Yeah, of course, there. That's already going to be 4 hints. No, that's not the hint. That's the hint. Oh! So sometimes you can have some sort of duplicate hint. So North Mountain is Path to the Void, and we know there is Steamship Key there, so we might already know Steamship Key is required. Or it may just be for the second boss check, because there are 2 boss checks in North Mountain.
It's either going to be the really early, easy fight against Magissa, or it's referring to the Bahamut vanilla fight.
Yeah, Bahamut requires the Mirage Radar because you have to get to North Mountain through the Black Chocobo, which is in Mirage Village.
And we're starting to loot the first dungeon, so we'll see who our first boss is here very shortly.
Who do we want to see, Lily? What boss do you want to see first?
Someone who gives XP,
Oh,
because getting XP early is quite valuable, and certain bosses give very little or no XP.
I'm hoping the people get to see who they want. I want to see Go-Go real early.
Oh, there is a bingo board. That is
Oh!
Gilgamesh 3.
There he is, and he is a goal.
And all 3 goals currently... Oh, I forgot to check 4 hints as well. We have 3 lined goals. We aren't aiming for an amount of bingo, but that's nice to see.
We didn't quite finish the bingo board. We left off on the beat the book fight. After that is quad reflect the party and cast a spell on a boss. That one is worded a little funny. It basically just means make sure your party has reflect. Cast a spell on the party that hits the boss. And then win a boss fight with at least one character hiding. Hide is a bard ability that we're going to look for.
We got Mix early, that's a good sign.
Mix is one of the really power abilities. It's hard to use if you're playing the game casually, but if you have a list of what mixes are available, it can completely and utterly break things.
Alright, so I'm already going back to Kanak. Basically, we got an Artemis bow. That's a very powerful bow. I bought Equip bow earlier. And we know the Berserker is in Karnak.
Oh, we're doing Berserker?
Yes.
We are doing Berserker early, it seems.
You love to see it. Love Berserker.
Basically, the Berserker is going to just be a machine gun.
And the nice thing about Berserker is it's back row compatible.
Yes, because we're using a bow. Another thing is, I went to Tool earlier to do the beginner's house goal. I forgot to do another goal that's there. Because
the fabled one on the bottom row, yes.
So there's a little break here. I'll see if I have a piano goal as well. No, we don't have piano.
There are no pianos.
The lap tool is actually required if you want to reach the piano. So even if you don't have the lap dance goal, you have to do it if you have a piano goal. Used 4 different terrain attacks. That's nice because we found terrain early as well.
Use revive ability to get a fallen ally up. Could be a little... Well, we already have... It could be a little tricky depending on if we find chemist or the ability out in the wild. That one could be a dark horse as far as a little bit challenging. To do it itself, if you have it, isn't that difficult. It's more so you have to find one of the two. You have to find the ability or the chemist. And then clear the walls and the sunken walls towers. We already saw a hint about where the key is, so we're in good shape there. And defeat Omniscient. That is shouldn't be a problem starting with Summoner.
Yeah,
So
we don't
he's
have
just-
any required way to beat him. Like, we can be required to mute him or berserk him in some goals. Oh, alright. I'm happy with that.
Oh my, another goal. Also in the first row.
That's
There's
one
one
terrain.
terrain.
Yep.
I believe you'll only get tsunami here, but still.
Yeah. Terrain is useful to, get some bosses down early.
So also in that row, Omniscient is unique because it will counter any non-spell, and that includes certain things like terrain or conjure, by resetting the fight. So muting him or berserking him are ways that you can deal with him if you don't have a pure caster party.
Though, if you opt for Berserk on Omniscient, you have to know that he hits pretty hard.
It's very dangerous, and you need to make sure that you have something like Golem or Image or even Big Guard to be able to tank his hits. And also at Tool Canal, we got the Elder Branch. This opens up more forest, and it also opens up changing out one of your characters, and that opens up another check that we hope to avoid.
Yeah, no one likes Fog Towers. So it's a location where you need to split your party in two groups, because there are two bosses on the tops of both towers that you need to take down at the same time. So you have to split your party, and depending on the bosses there, it can get pretty tough.
That section is notorious, even in vanilla, for it doesn't really tell you when you first go up there who's up there, but then you'll know after you play that it's Minotaurus and Omniscient. But what makes it tricky in Randomizer is you have no idea who's up there, so planning for it is always it's just a crapshoot.
And
That's
there's
why we
another
don't.
goal.
Hold up. I hope I have... Yeah, I have one Maiden Kiss. I have one. I need to cast an offensive... Second try!
Wow,
Second try picks
that's a rare summon there too.
Yep. Now I'm kind of in trouble because I have no way to... Can I use terrain? I can use terrain as a frog. So that's two
You can
terrains.
still beat this demon lord.
Yeah. It only counts as two terrains right now, Tsunami and Will-O-Wisp. That's okay. And that's it.
Oh good, Heli down. This is when you worry about because we haven't found Maiden's Kisses yet.
I found one has a random, item, and okay, that has to be the quickest bingo I ever got.
That's insane.
I'm already going there because it has high tier rewards.
I think going to Moogle Forest this early is definitely a great play. It's just going to boost your arsenal with very high level items. The chance of something great being there is just, it's too much to pass up.
There's also a hint as to the weakness of one of the super bosses in this town.
It's Shinryu here. Do we have a goal to see that hint, actually?
We do not.
Because it's an actual goal, like get Omega's weakness or Shinryu's weakness. That's some decent magic armor. Magic Sword 5 is also extremely good, and knife, especially if we find Sildra.
That's all pretty valuable stuff. Time 5 also gives you access to haste 2, which is also very valuable.
Yes.
That was a pretty solid Moogle village.
That's a really nice bingo board so far. I don't trust that. Break sword as well. Whoa.
And we just got Magic Sword 5, so we can definitely easily cast it now.
That's great to see. That's going to help so much with some of these bosses.
I don't think we can use it actually, because we would need someone able to equip a magic sword compatible weapon.
Some knives are, I believe, but I'm not sure if any that you have.
Maybe the hunter can equip those. Revivifies, nice. Crescent. Like, I also have to take notes of what items are in which shops, because those can be useful. Like, we have mix early, so I'm definitely keeping track of where I can get some specific items. Mix is a really powerful ability.
It's always good to write down simple things like Phoenix Downs are here, cabins are here. There's a lot of times where you'll run out midway through a run and you'll have to go, and if you don't write them down, you're in trouble.
Yeah. Like, I noted the locations of Revivifies. If I can get a shop with antidotes, we can mix something that we call Samson's Power. It increases your battle level by 10, which can be really powerful early on. And even not early on.
Since it's one of the main methods of defeating Neo-X Death as well. So we're heading to North Mountain. We know that there is something on North Mountain here.
Just
I'm
before
interested
that,
to see this, or if it's Bahamut.
just before that, I'm going to farm some terrains. Like, that's our third one, Branch Row. I know we can get another one in Northern Mountain, which is Stalactite. There.
Plus an extra level is worthwhile.
Yeah. The reason why I want to get the terrain goal right now is because I want to equip other abilities. Nope, that's one we already saw. Please give me Stalactite. Nope. Still gives me a few ability points to get some mastering some abilities on the characters. In this game, once you master some abilities by leveling up your jobs, you can equip those abilities after switching jobs. You saw me doing that with Berserker and Equip Bow. Equip Bow is normally obtained when you level up the Hunter. I think I cannot get Stalactite in this cave. That's bad. Alright. I'll keep progressing, and I know where I can get different terrain abilities.
And these poison flowers can be annoying.
You can avoid them if you have Float or a Geomancer in your party.
Or the terrain ability, which is learned from Geomancer.
Yeah, damage flow. That's just okay. That's our last terrain. That's full. Now I can just go with more powerful attacks.
And it's Lena's first poisoning.
Yep. We have two we have two fights where Lena gets poisoned automatically. That's this spot, which is Magitsa's spot, and Magitsa's fight, which can be anywhere.
And that Berserker takes quick work of Ifrit. So now we're going to see.
Steamship key.
There it is.
And we know that Steamship was Path of the Void.
Steamship key opens up Karnak Castle as well, which gives us visit extra shop in Karnak as a afterward reward.
That covers that bingo card.
I'm not going to do that yet for two reasons. First, I don't think I have the level to beat Karnak Castle yet. And two, once you're in Karnak Escape, you are locked in, and if you don't make a second file save, if you overwrite your first file, you're locked there until you go out. And if it's a boss that requires a specific setup, you can be in troubles. So I'm going to avoid that for now.
So we're going to do another little bit of shopping, and then we'll have another check probably down in Waltz Kingdom.
Alright, can I buy that?
Ooh, that's the chemist's job. That would help us get the...
That's the revive ability we are looking for, so that one will be taken care of.
Yep. Also, I need to verify. We have 4 jobs. We need 2 more. We need
so
1
back
more.
to going over the board, there's... Oh, Ninja is a powerful job as well. And equipped swords can be really strong.
I'm going to put it on Paris with magic sword. Do I have... Yeah. Actually, just wait up. I'm going to verify that those 2 knives can be used with magic sword. Magic sword, okay. Magic sword, okay. Perfect. What? No, okay, optimize. Both knives. Okay, now we can instantly kill any boss that is weak to break. And mastering the ninja also gives you the two-handed ability. Two-handed lets you equip 2 weapons on the same character. And if you master the ninja, the freelancer will have this ability natively, which is extremely useful.
Then it doesn't consume an ability slot.
Yeah, like being able to have native two-handed so you can have dance and magic sword combined for some really funky combos.
I do like how that little kid blocked you there for a while.
Yeah, it happens a lot in this game. NPCs don't not liking you. Thief and Geo. I don't think I need those. I'll note them down in case I need to get the 6 jobs early. But I don't need those specific 2. Like Thief and Geo, not really.
I think you'd be more inclined to do that if it were like a triple bingo race or something along those lines, but there's most assuredly other jobs, better jobs somewhere else.
And there was Sleep Sword, which is a very powerful ability, which lets me segue back into the describing the bingo board, which is defeat Stalker.
Do I buy circlets? Yes, circlets are really good equipment, magic equipments, giving you a boost to your magic stats. In that case, I bought 2 because I have 2 summoners, which are now going to have different abilities. I want 1 with time magic. Oh, we have Fire Rod and Ice Rod. That's nice. You are going to get Mix. Right. We have now seen both revivifies and antidotes. That means we can power level or berserker, basically.
So stalkers are one of the more difficult bosses. They split into 4 groups or 4 mobs, but only one is real. But if you
Spoiler.
use-
Spoiler alert. Stalker is going to be free because they have sleep sword.
Exactly. It lets you put them to sleep so they can't. It makes it a lot less annoying now that you have the sleep sword. Because otherwise, it's just rolling the dice and hoping you hit the right one. And we have a free fight up here.
So this normally is Neo X Death when you shuffle Neo X Death in the boss pool, but it's replaced with 3 goblins. That also means it can be any boss on Neo X Death's spot, and it might be a required boss.
Yeah, if it's Stalker or Omniscient, you would have to clear all the way to the end of the game. So hopefully that's not the case.
Ooh, nice.
Yoichi bow, that's a very powerful bow.
Gordian isn't better, but Gordian Knife lets you defend. Like, it parries some attacks sometimes, and I think using it as an item also gives you armor or shell. I think.
I think it's armor.
Yeah. Like, that's a strat that's used in Forge of Fiesta when you don't have a magical job, but have someone able to equip the Gordian Knife.
Do we have a moment?
Of course.
All right, thank you. I just wanted to read again the donation from Golden Devil because that was kind of not heard on stream because of the technical difficulties. So I wanted to read that again. We've got $500 from the one and only Golden Devil 1711 with the comment, I'm glad to start off the marathon with a donation to a great cause. Doctors Without Borders does amazing work helping to treat diseases and help refugees, victims of humanitarian crisis, and victims of natural disasters. Hashtag Free Panda. Also, in case you haven't heard it from the donation yet, we are indeed raising money during Bingothon Summer 2022 towards Doctors Without Borders, specifically their emergency relief fund, which directly funds emergency relief operations worldwide. And this includes operations in Ukraine and surrounding countries to assist those people in the ongoing crisis, as well as other emergencies that may not be getting the same amount of attention or funding. So, if you have some money left over, then donating towards Doctors Without Borders is a great cause. Thank you. Back to you.
Thank you.
Right now he is doing the book fight on top of the library.
I don't think I have the specific level to learn the abilities, but there are other ways to learn the abilities. Alright. Beat the boot fight on top of the library. Done. The reason I actually went here was to get the free healing before doing some bosses. Yeah, here. I'm going to do the meteors. That's something I like to do early. Meteors don't have a lot of HP. Because the HP of the boss you see are scaled according to the location. The only thing the boss retains is their level. We don't have Fire 3 Sword. But we have a Flame Scroll.
This is one of the better spots to find a panda, because he can be rather tricky if you find him in other spots.
I would have preferred the Chemist to survive and get the ability points, because I do need Revive, which is the last ability you get from mastering the Chemist. Ooh, Dragoon. And Pyramid Page. With Dragoon, I think that's 5 jobs. That's 6, actually.
Alright, there's another spot on the board marked off. We're making great progress.
Quite. One of the long, grindy ones that we have is mastering 4 jobs.
In order to do that, I have in mind some quick learning jobs like trainer or dancer, and knowing that I love the dancer in this game, that's an insta-buy and it's going to be useful.
Dancer is one of the really easy ways to hit max damage. And there's several items in the game that gives you an increased chance of sword dance. It raises it from the default 25% to 50% chance of getting it. Ooh, this is a little tricky. Gargoyles hit really hard, and if they're not killed at near the same time, they'll respawn.
Yeah, they're susceptible to break, so Faris with Break Sword will break one, and hopefully the Berserker killed the other one.
Works.
And, okay,
Nice takedown of that.
Okay, that's another goal.
Sweet. That's our last goal that we haven't explained yet.
I don't trust that. I have severe trust issue with this one. That's too easy on the bingo board.
We still need to find Bard or Hide for that goal.
Yes. I don't have any Phoenix Down. So this boss is known for being one of the easiest for the sole reason that you can instantly kill it with a Phoenix Down or a life spell. We can't use any of those right now. Tyrannosaurus is an undead. Maybe though I can mix a double potion that only does it only does so much damage.
It is very rare to see him killed without Phoenix Down.
Yeah. Phoenix Down are in tool if I need them, but it's an easy spot for Tyranno.
And the Berserker finishes off the Bone Dragon. And the Sandworm Bait, so another key item. That opens up just one boss, but a fairly low health spot.
I would have liked to change Lena's job because she has now Summon 5. But I don't have any other useful magic jobs, so I'll wait until she masters the Summoner.
Sandworm bait right away to see who this boss is. And Lena's poisoning, number 2.
Magissa is just hanging out in the desert, just waiting to poison Lena.
Berserker.
Yeah, Berserker is just going ham. I was preparing Breaksword on Faris in case, but I didn't need it. I'll cure the poison to avoid you having the shaking screen. I don't have many spots left open in World 1. I only have the library left.
There's also Steamship.
Yeah, not really a fan of going early to Steamship, to be honest. Oh. Phoenix Downs are also here with cabins. That's the trainer if we need it. Trainer does give some useful abilities for power grinding.
And money gathering.
Yes, but it's not required in this seed. I mean, maybe grinding will be required, but I don't know. It's just that sometimes you need the job to complete a bingo go, because you have to catch a monster and release it.
There's also kill a shield dragon that is a possible bingo goal, and that you need control for as well, which is from trainer.
You don't necessarily need it, but it's appreciated because Shield Dragon has the bit of running away when you damage it. Like half HP and the Shield Dragon will try to run away.
Another good thing about the trainer for you specifically would be if you wanted to master 4 jobs, it's one of the shorter ones.
Shoot is one that we oftentimes don't want to see.
Yeah.
He counters every damage that's done to him with break.
Of course, 2 characters. I don't have softs. Yeah. Yeah.
This may be our first wipe.
Yep. Yep. That's why I wanted to do a few shops. I didn't see any soft in sale yet.
Must be in the World 2 shops.
Yep. That's why I'm going to World 2 right away.
There are a few checks in World 2 that have fairly low HP but has pretty good XP rewards, so those may be seen as well.
Alright, are you ready?
Looks
Here
like we're
comes
gonna
another
do
square.
more. The 2 items and more are coming up.
What do we have on the left? Rune Age.
This is the only check in the game that's mutually exclusive, so you can only get one of these 2 items. And they're not the same, so you do have to check them just in case.
Oh, I'm definitely keeping that.
Oh yeah.
That is a great find. Hopefully we find some blue. The blue ability.
Well, that's a useless hint because we already have the moon suit. Like the classic when you go to trench with 3 hints, and one of the hints is about, hey, you can find the trench page or the submarine key there, which are required to reach this place. You know the struggle.
Aegis shields in there is nice to find.
I can't equip shields yet, unfortunately. Oh,
And we got Love Song, which is a bard song that will inflict stop status on certain bosses, which would have been useful for Shote. And it's also useful, you can pretty much lock down Bahamut completely with it.
By the way, do we have time for a quick donation?
of course.
Well, fantastic, because we have $10 in from a familiar name that is from Lily, who says, have a great marathon. Thank you very much, and I'm sure we already are. I don't know about you guys, but I'm having fun. Alright, thank you very much.
And there's the dance ability, which is also one of Rom's favorites.
Yep. Though we don't have any dancer gear, which would be the tiara for the head, the rainbow suit for the body, and the red shoes as accessory. Those increase the chance of seeing sword dance. That's going to be useful. Softs are here. Let me note that softs in kelbs.
And a giant glove will reduce your magic power, which can let you do some interesting things with the Berserker job.
It also increases your strength, so it's a good thing to have anyway.
The Berserker has a natural, I think it's a penalty to magic power. And by using gear that reduces your magic power, you can actually underflow your magic power until it's super high. And there's a few items, such as the Earth Hammer, that cast Quake. And you have an underflowed. It's underflowed, so it's casting extremely high level.
Submarine key. Alright, so that's a useful hint, because we need the submarine key to reach Sunken Walls Tower. So we know we need to go to Exodus Castle at some point.
And there are 3 bosses in Exodus Castle before you reach Exdeath himself.
To get there, we're going to need the anti-barrier and the bracelet key items.
Those aren't really the best equipment, but whatever.
Now we're going to Hiryu Valley.
I forgot to check
affectionately called.
Got both items in more. I forgot to check that.
We affectionately call this Money Mountain because there's a lot of easy to reach chests, and there's a lot of chance of getting high value monetary and item wise equipment from this place.
We are indeed getting some money here. We are getting a lot of money here. And Shoat. We can summon Shoat. That's a summon that will petrify your enemy if it is susceptible to it. So that's another good insta-kill move to have, especially since we have the summoner.
Let's see who our boss is. Ooh.
So you have two ways to kill Carbuncle. You can either do enough damage to kill it normally, or you can wait until the angry phase stops. And then he loses all immunities.
Including his natural reflex status.
But we do have a way to kill it now, because I muted Carbuncle, so we cannot use spells. As you can see, ineffective because he's muted. So I'll keep him muted with Ferris. And I will cast the Berserker. I don't have any Phoenix down, so I cannot resurrect Bart. That's unfortunate because I really wanted the ability point. Okay, the increase in damage means Carbuncle is now in the vulnerable state. Definitely.
And Carbuncle has been insta-killed.
Another strength suit. Ooh, nice. I don't have Time 6 or the Time Mage, but X-Zone is another insta-kill move that you can use on any non-heavy boss. And Black Mage.
A lot of high density shops here in this castle.
If you see me not checking some shops, it's because we already checked them in another town. Some shops are shared between the game.
And World 2 has the most shared shops.
Yes, because all item shops are shared, and all magic shops are shared except more. Ooh, that's something we don't really like to see. So there are no key items in underwater checks, but we do have to clear one, because it's a goal. We have to clear Senkenul's Tower.
Alright, let's see who our easy boss is.
At this point, I do have enough level to make it easy, yeah.
This particular boss spot has relatively low health. So it's one that you can check early and get a big boost in power. This is not one of the ones you want to see early, but we should be fine.
We should be fine because I have the ability to cast Float. Catastrophe has a specific eye. If you have Float on a character, Catastrophe will always cast Gravity 100 to make you vulnerable to ground moves again, because Catastrophe can cast Earthquake. So if you keep casting Float, you can stunlock Catastrophe. And if you have a Wall Ring, you can have a floated character wearing the Wall Ring and you will just be invincible.
Fighting Catastrophe without Float can be a real pain because he does Quake and several other really nasty moves. And there's our first tablet.
Right, so what are the tablets? In the vanilla game, the tablets are items you can exchange in Koza Castle to get, the 12 legendary weapons. 3 weapons per tablet. In the randomizer, those are also key items that are required to access the Void. Each tablet unlocks a successive area in the Void, and you need all 4 of them to reach the deep end. And of course, you can get items in Koza Castle, but those are randomized.
That is a great hint to see. Now we know that the Walls Tower key is in World 3.
Yes.
And we do need to go to Walls Tower at some point, because that's one of our goals.
Okay, let's check. What are our 12 items today? Because we are allowed to trade the tablets, because sometimes you have a goal called don't exchange any item for tablets. Phoenix. Black Sect. Earth Hammer. X Magic. Quick. Freelancer. Genji Shield. Genji Armor. Levia. Earth Hammer. Crystal Armor. And Rune Axe. I'm tempted to try the Magic Underflow.
You have both items that are there for it.
Though we have a Bowsecker, we don't really need Magic Underflow. So I'm going to pick up Levia, because we can summon it. It's a powerful summon. I'm going to get the Freelancer. I'm not going to use it yet, because we do need to master 4 jobs. But once we master some jobs, Freelancer is going to be broken. X Magic can be another good ability to have to double cast summons, as well as Black Six. I'm going to pick up Black Magic. And our last item... I won't be using X Magic actually. I can indeed use Quick, which could double as a X Magic strat. We already exchanged 3 items? Apparently.
Leviathan is actually the most powerful elemental summon, but there's no items in the game that actually boost its power. So the only way to boost it is by using the elemental power mix.
Do you remember what's the combination?
It is Revivify and Eye Drop.
Correct.
I cheated, I had a note card.
And
Because I can
did
never remember them, and they're quite valuable.
Yes, that's the only way to actually boost water damage. Otherwise, you can have Sildra. Sildra is wind element, and you can boost it with an air knife.
Or a Wizard Rod, which boosts everything but Holy and Water.
we got Callow right now. Which isn't going to be too difficult, but I do find it interesting that you went to the pyramid first.
Yes, that's because Pyramid has really high tier rewards, so I really want to go there. We also have a hint that also what is in World 3, and I kind of want to try my luck getting it because I need the World Stover key.
Oh, absolutely. I think it's a great play to go here.
Callow can be annoying if you don't have the tools to beat her, as she does a lot of debuff type moves, such as ult and stop and slow, and she counters by drain. But we have Mute Sword and she is vulnerable to mute. So basically Rom has her in complete lockdown at the moment.
Yeah, Mute Sword is broken against a lot of bosses. It trivializes most of even the endgame bosses, like Call of History is normally in the void. I should have hasted the Berserker actually.
Oh, that's a nice crit.
Yeah, the Yoichi bow has less attack point than the Artemis bow, but it crits more often. That's why I put it immediately on the Berserker.
And there's Callow down. Now there's each of the 4 World 2 or World 3 dungeons that require a page to enter has a guardian boss in front. Those do not give a chance of a key item.
I only have one page at the moment, and it's the pyramid page. I also want to be careful because I don't have a lot of MP, and Levia does burn a lot of MP.
We haven't found a gold hairpin which halves your MP use yet, which can be quite valuable at lower levels.
So here you need to be careful because if you walk on the spikes you will be poisoned. I could cast Float to completely negate it if I wanted. Actually, I'm going to do that. The good thing is Float persists through fights, so even if you have random encounters or monster in the boxes, you will keep your Float status. The only way to lose the Float status is if your character dies, or if you use a tent or cabin on a save point. Or if an enemy uses Gravity 100.
There are 3 monster boxes in the pyramid.
Flare, and I do have Black Magic 6.
And the black magic crystal.
That is
Yes.
a great find.
Actually, did someone master a job? Not yet. Once Lena masters the... Okay, I now got Magic Sword 6. I'm going to refresh the ability on Ferris because it doesn't automatically refreshes it. The Kodachi is compatible with Magic Sword, that's nice. That's a little upgrade. Ooh, nice. So, can you explain why getting a dark matter is nice early on?
Dark matter is one of the more valuable and harder to get mix ingredients. And one of the mixes you can do is a dark matter plus a phoenix down, and it insta kills any vulnerable target. It's a single target mix, but it can kill basically anything that it hits if it's vulnerable to death.
Yeah.
Including several bosses.
Except undeads, because they're actually vulnerable to the death statue, but they will resurrect afterward. Unfortunately. Like, if you have... Like, we said Shinryu has randomized weaknesses. Shinryu can be vulnerable to death, but have the undead statue.
Samurai crystal. Plus we got some valuable items up there as well.
We did master the Berserker.
We did get a wall ring, which we'll need either a couple more of those or find wall magic to be able to reflect ourselves.
Truly.
Or the carbuncle summon.
Alright, I'm going to make my Berserker in a freelancer yet because he mastered the Berserker and I won't be using him for anything other than Berserking yet. It also means that if I need to, I can just swap out his abilities if I find like the Omniscient or another boss which I don't want to have a Berserked character.
That fall in the tile room was intentional, so he could come down here and loot all of this. There's the Mimic.
We also found a turtle shell and a dragon fang, both of which are mix ingredients that let you do some powerful mixes.
Okay, we saw a 333 earlier. There we saw a 444. That's definitely nice. There can be a bingo goal that requires you to do exactly 666 damage.
Back on the subject of dark matters, you will use the mix dark matter and potion to achieve that much easier than just blind hope.
Yeah, there are other ways to manipulate your HP and then cast some spells that do damage based on your HP amount, but other than that, yeah, you're better off just mixing the dark potion.
Running shoes is also one of the most valuable items. It gives someone permanent haste status. And just like a lot of RPGs, the more actions you can take, the better you are. Also, Mirage Vest lets you do some interesting things. There's a sort of glitch that lets you refresh its status. And you get to reuse the image that it grants you.
I'm going back to the save point, just in case.
The coral ring he has equipped is going to negate all... It's actually going to heal him if he gets hit with water or thunder. I think the thought process there is it could be Leviathan, it could be some of these other bosses that do that kind of damage.
So it makes you absorb water, but weak to thunder, though.
Sorry, forgive me.
Though, yeah, there might be Leviathan, and it's just a good accessory to have if you don't have any accessory at all. Like, what I like to equip on my mages generally is the Elf Cape.
Quintania is another good boss to equip that on if you just want to just attack it without worrying about tidal wave.
These statues can appear in the basement of Bao Castle, and they are one of the your best AP grinding sources in the vanilla game. They're fairly easy to beat because you only need to use a soft on them, and it'll insta-kill them.
They also are weak to level 5 death, if you have that available to you.
And that weapon swap that he just did on Ferris, that's what refreshed the Mirage Vest image.
Yeah, Lilith Rod is better because it will boost my magic stat. And getting a normal rod.
Shiva and Commander. Interesting. If you had Fire 3 Sword, you could insta-kill the commanders.
Yeah, I think Breakwater as well. Though, Shiva is not vulnerable to insta-death, unfortunately. I could mix something right away, but nope. Trying to think about something I could do. My best bet is to break these soldiers. But I think that's going to be an early reset for this one.
It was a good call going back for that save point.
I didn't have time to cast Protect Drink. Like, I could have hoped the Berserker survives, but nope. Okay, so what I lost are the few chests on the left, which should be Lilith Rod and something not important. I don't have a lot of healing items. Okay, so what I could do... do I have a white magic ability? I don't.
We do have the wall ring available.
That's true. So first of all, equip the running shoes on Faris so she can break the 3 soldiers as soon as possible. Have the war ring on Galuf so we can be somewhat invincible as a Berserker. And the 2 others... Oh wait, I have
You have a Fire
Rod.
Rod.
Yeah,
That's a nice one.
yes.
One of the mechanics of Shiva is that her soldiers are there to protect her and make her into the back row, so it's harder to hit. But she will cast her high-level spells alternating rows of your back row and your front row. So if there's only one person in the front row, they will get the full brunt of her attacks.
I technically also have Ifrit. Oh, I just need Ferris to actually survive. Thanks, Shiva.
Of
Thanks.
course, well, she always will attack front row.
I can still hast Galoof.
No, you can't because of Wolverine.
Yes, 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 yes. There's also a mix that gives you hast. That's Turtle Shell and Eye Drop. I think I can cast it once. I could. There's also a mix that makes you absorb ice, but I don't have this one noted down. Yeah, I won't try
I don't
to
know
ask.
about Absorb, but Dragon Fang and Ether makes you immune to your 3 main elements.
Oh, that's great. I saw Aether for sale earlier and I don't have them. Nice.
You don't have a tent or a cabin either, which is rough.
Yeah, those are expensive early on.
Resist Ice mixes Phoenix Down an antidote.
Okay, so
no Phoenix Downs either.
every single ingredient I didn't buy yet. In Bingo, you're going to need a lot of money.
This is such a long dungeon to get through that I can understand why he doesn't want to abandon this check. So Ferris unfortunately will die here.
Again.
Because Shiva always alternates rows of what her damage is.
Double shell and eye drop. Don't tell me I don't buy eye drops either. I literally can't do any useful things. Right? That's one down. So Galoof has 10 more levels now. I don't think it's going to be enough, but maybe he can survive more?
Just have to hope that he doesn't die to physical damage from the commanders.
Yeah. That's why I would have liked some protect drink or hast drink.
Unfortunately, Galuf is splitting the damage rather than focusing.
Every time I forget to actually use the fire rod. I go for short first try, but I should use the fire rod first. What?
FF5 can be mean.
Sometimes.
Down in a hole.
So if you have any donation to read or anything to say, that's a perfect moment.
We absolutely can, and thank you very much indeed. So, why don't I tell you about what we're doing this for? We are, of course, putting on this fantastic event in benefit of Doctors Without Borders, which is an organization that offers medical humanitarian assistance to people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. Their frontline workers, including doctors, nurses, and logisticians, there we are often among the first on the scene when people's lives are upended by conflict, disease outbreak, or other diseases. It's a really important charity to support, and I thank everyone who does so. Thank you very much. Take it away.
Thank you. Nice, Miss Golf.
See how this fire rod does?
Yeah.
Oh, I was hoping it would take out at least one of those
Yeah.
commanders.
At least Faris got one of them first. Oh, it's not even enough. Oh. Oh. Splitting the damage, no. Next physical attack will be enough. Yeah. Alright. It is unfortunate, but I will have to come back later. Though. Alright.
Going back to Tool to stock up on some of the items that we saw earlier but skipped due to money reasons.
Yeah, so in Tool, I'm going to buy some Phoenix Downs, if I can actually remember which shop it was. Yeah, we have way enough money now. We could even buy elixirs if we wanted. Alright, now we can go to Karnak. Karnak, there are eye drops and tents. Yeah. It was in the magic shop then. No. The other shops here. Oh, that was the inns then. No? Yes. I have more things now. Alright, so instead I'm going to go to the library first. Now I'm confident I can beat Shote, and I will beneficiate from the free healing spot. So what would have been nice to have for Shiva would have been an ice shield, or there's no or a fire shield or fire ring. The fire accessories, Absolute Fire and Block Ice, and the ice shield absorbs ice.
Just as a little bit of trivia, Shoat is actually a dragon. So items that do bonus damage to dragons affect him.
We don't get anything useful. Too bad. I can do another one of my favorite spots here. So here you need to not draw the lever. You actually need to push it. If you try to draw the lava, you will have a little kind of minigame where you have to actually go across the room to read multiple hints to finally go back to the lever and actually push it. Alright, you may hear some background noise. I'll be using a fan from now on because it's going hot.
And there's a boss up here. This is an aerial boss. As far as the hints go.
I wanted the chemist to get the ability points.
All bosses are hating your chemist today.
Yeah. So the
This is
mechanic is
also-
that you need to keep a character down, or else Atomos will keep casting Comet. Alright, I was able to keep my characters alive.
You can also sleep him to stop that. And this is the famous spot where Bart says, with mashed potatoes and cheddar biscuits.
Doing the catapult spot opens the Lanka meteor spot.
And we do, it's not on this board, but we do have a possible goal of clearing all 4 meteors.
That's another Greg. So Gilgamesh 1 will escape once you deal enough damage to it. That also means you don't get any XP or AP.
Getting Gilgamesh 1 early is usually bad because you need that early XP. Here, not so much.
Alright, I've postponed this for a long time. I'm finally going to the fire ship.
This could pay off for you. This is gonna definitely make another bingo spot available for you.
Agility, that's a nice one. I could put that on the Berserker to increase the agility, but I have to get rid of the HP bonus.
The steamship is one of the more complicated places to loot.
It also has a world map if you didn't get it in the ship graveyard. There are 3 spots where you can get the world map. Ship graveyard, steamship, and then in Surgate Castle near the old woman.
Place is definitely a beginner's trap for sure. It's just about, if you don't know what you're doing, it's trial and error. But once you know where all the chests are, it's a lot easier than just blind guessing through all the different vents.
Yeah, basically you do 4, 3, and 2. You just skip the first one, it doesn't give you anything good. It just makes you go in a loop without any chest.
And outside the randomizer, this is one of the more frustrating areas in the game to deal with. There's an enemy in here called a crew dust that, when it's alone, it'll cast flash and blind your entire party.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the bane of a lot of 4-job Fiesta runners.
Though there's also another monster here that can be used to learn a powerful blue magic spell at that point. Though I think it's a specific monster that only spawns if you kill another specific monster that is the only one remaining in the encounter. I don't remember the name. Oh! Hello there!
Oh.
I'm glad I did level up. Oh, that's right, he absorbs water. Galuf, please. Thank you, yeah. I'm glad I leveled up. I should have used Mute Sword, so I can outlist Avoid Holy. Goodbye, Faris. Galuf would have actually survived. It would have actually reflected Holy.
Hey, your chemist lived. How about that?
Yes.
And there's your tablet. Second tablet.
Alright, so if you have the Pixel Remaster version, you will notice something. In the original version, pausing the game wouldn't pause the Karnak Escape timer. On the Pixel Remaster, it does pause the timer, so you can re-equip your characters, etc. Here you can't.
That's also true with the Fork Tower timer. And the Sunken Walls. Anything with a timer, it pauses on the Pixel Remaster, but not on the SNES.
Though this castle is a lot easier in randomizer, because one, there's no random encounters unless you turn them on, and there's only 3 monster boxes in this place.
I just saw something that I really like.
Rainbow Suit is one of the real powerful dancer gear. It removes the ability to do the charm dance and replaces it with a second sword dance, so it makes sword dance 50% likely to happen.
Alright, here I'm just going to loot the old chests, so if you have any donation to Red, you have time to do so.
We unfortunately do not have any donations at the time, but I can tell you a little bit about. For example, I can tell you a little bit about Bingothon. Did you know that Bingothon Summer 2022 is being streamed not only here on the Bingothon channel, but it's also streamed over on the Speedruns live channel. And if you're enjoying this marathon, and if you're actually watching it on the Speedruns live channel, then know that there's even more bingo action here on the Bingothon Twitch channel. For example, we have some weekly Breath of the Wild bingo matches, and we've also got a lot of other fun stuff. For example, we had in the past some other bingo tourneys for Sonic Adventure 2 and Super Mario Sunshine, if that's more your thing. So definitely give the Bingo Thon channel a follow if you haven't yet. And I would also like to take this opportunity real quick to thank our sponsor, Team 17, who just recently announced the release date of 9th August for their Visceral Soulspawn Timecia. And yeah, they do have currently some demos on Steam for some of the games. We're sending some trailers out here, so go check them out. Anyways, that's all from me for now. Back to you.
Thank you.
Did see we grabbed the Night Crystal and also the Double Grip ability. Those are two of my personal favorites.
And there's Golem. That's a very powerful defensive ability. Summon.
Hello there.
Here is one of our goals.
Okay, I hope Faris can outspeed Berserker. Yes. Wait. Berserker is actually not even needed. Oh, yes, he's needed because I put the first one to sleep, but it killed it before it can launch the script. So now Tolka's script is broken. And it will now not die until I actually kill it. That's something that can happen when Stalker is on a low HP spot.
I'm just glad that Stalker wasn't at, say, Twintania's spot.
Yeah. Alright, we have 3 tablets.
So that was double value for the steamship key.
Oh, Time Mage as well? So I could go either Time Mage or Black Mage on Lena because she mastered the summoner. That's our second mastered job. Time Mage or Black Mage? You choose.
I'm gonna pick Time Mage. I like Time Mage.
Time Mage it is then.
They're both extremely powerful.
Yeah. So that's the extra shop in Karnak. Magic Song that can be useful if we get the Bard. And there's another hidden item. Since there are no flames here anymore, we can check the barrel. In the vanilla game, it's a fire rod.
I've had the Freelancer crystal in that barrel once.
Remember when I had Mimic on the Kelp well quest?
Oh, that's horrible.
That
and
is
I had
rough.
and I had to do the portables without Mimic.
So we got 2 tablets in that run through. So he can pick up a lot of valuable spells, abilities, items here.
Yeah. Mainly Phoenix, and Quick. That means I can. And X Magic. I won't be using X Magic, but Quick allows me to do 2 commands basically, so can also double cast. Phoenix is fire element and can revive a character with full HP. That's going to be useful against, say, Shiva. No. Actually, I shouldn't have traded the other tablet. Genji armor is a nice thing to have. Genji shield as well. Yeah. Maybe more the crystal armor. Yeah. I won't need the other 3 items. I'm not going to get the magic on the full strat. Now I think we're prepared to get our revenge on Shiva.
Plus, we got a few extra levels, which may help.
Faris
And some
won't.
items.
Yes. Unfortunately, Faris is not going to master the ninja before a long time, but once she does, I'll have a freelancer with native two-handed, and I'll be able to equip both dance and magic sword.
And since freelancers have every piece of equipment available to them, including dancer gear, it's a very, very powerful character then.
Yeah, I'll be able to use the rainbow suit. Also, it's going to be on Faris, which is my favorite character to use with a dancer. There are actually 2 reasons for that. First reason is each character on the dancer job represents a different style of dance, and Faris is traditional Japanese dance in kimono, which I find it pretty. The other reason is because every character has an innate bonus. Bart and Galuf have a innate physical bonus, Lena and Kryl have a magical bonus, and Faris has a speed bonus. And I usually prefer to have a speed bonus on my dancer, even if it's not that much. Faris survives.
You have full health now, which is a big difference.
Wait, I cast it quick and I'm still getting the chemist turn? Really?
Okay, probably because the chemist was already up when the quick happened.
Yeah. I couldn't get the X zone. So Phoenix can cast Life 2 on a character and will do an AoE fire spell, which is quite powerful, as you saw. More powerful than Ifrit, but it does burn a lot of MP. Like you saw, it's 99 MP. Single target fire rod.
That wasn't as powerful as I thought.
Could have switched to mute, actually. Oh, goodbye, Faris. Yeah, as you can see, I can't cast Phoenix anymore. Yeah, 30 battle level on Galuf should be way enough.
You'll probably lose your first 2 characters this turn.
only the chemist. Nice
Too bad.
crit. Nice crit. 7700. And the chemist is down again.
Unfortunate for the chemist, but we got our revenge on Shiva.
That's the most important thing.
And Ifrit's fire.
Oh, I
There we
can't
go.
go back. Oh, I would have liked to go back and get the Lilith Rod. Meh, that's okay.
That's going to unlock a second boss in the library, if he so chooses to do so.
I don't know where to go. To be honest, I don't know where to go. I may attempt a World 3 spot that is near another goal. Let's go. For that, we need one of our friends. A
Is it
yellow
time?
friend. Yes.
It's time for the MVP, everybody's favorite, Boko the Chocobo.
And with a very catchy rondo of Chocobo music.
And this is a very easy boss check, simply because in vanilla you only have 2 characters when you do it. Now, obviously it's random, so we don't know who it's going to be. That should definitely help.
Hello there.
Ooh.
Bozeka. It's your turn to shine. Omniscient is muted.
Now, Omniscient cannot retaliate. He cannot basically not do anything as long as you keep him muted. And the mute stays a very long time.
Yeah, Mute Sword also makes it so if you hit, it's 100% going to proc Mute, whereas the Mute spell has actually high chances to fail.
This is a case for any spell that's castable on the magic sword, such as Sleep and Break as well.
Another way to mute Omniscient, if you're really, really, really lucky, I'll try to demonstrate it. I have the Mage Masher equipped on Lena.
I've had to do this before. It is it's the luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Another bonus of muting Omniscient is... Ooh, he can...
Wait, did Mute run off?
I
No.
don't know what happened there.
How? You can cast Size while being muted? So-
I did not know that.
So I know that there are blue magic spells that you can use even while being muted, because those are more enemy skills than actual spells. But I didn't know you could cast Size.
And another benefit to muting Omniscient is that he cannot do his finale move, the Flare.
Yeah, dodging the flare is really nice. Means we survive with the entire party. Entire party gets ability points.
So our friend Boko the Chocobo is going to actually help mark off 2 bingo slots with Omniscient being there. He just has to go and find the magic lamp spot, which he's almost there.
And that's it. So yeah, that's the magic lamp in vanilla. So now I'm actually running out of spots to check. I have to go back to Ward 2. There's another free spot in Ward 3 that is Odin's spot.
Oh, we have the library, we have more.
With Big Bridge.
Best music.
I'm surprised we haven't found either of the Exodus Castle key items yet.
Oh, that's one of the worst thing I could find with a Berserker.
Ooh. Good old sandworm. Anytime he hits a hole, it's going to counter with gravity.
Though there's one good thing. The sandworm is weak to water, and we have Levia. Another way to get the sandworm's weakness, if you have Blue Magic and Aqua Rake, it deals 8 times the damage. It's not a water spell actually, it's a neutral spell, but it's programmed to do 8 times the damage on desert enemies. So Aqua Rake does a lot of damage on this one and doesn't trigger the holes counter.
If you're in vanilla, Aqua Rake will one-shot. If you're at a suitable level, Aqua Rake will one-shot Sandworm.
1, 2, 3, and 4. That's 4 mastered job.
Yay!
And with that, he has the revive ability now, so we'll be marking off that one very shortly as well.
You get dance. You have innate two-handed, so I'm going to give you magic sword. Dragon and Masamune, no, because you cannot use magic sword with those. What are your best knives? I could keep Masamune. I only need one weapon with magic sword, actually. I'd keep Masamune over Dragon Spear for the sole reason that Masamune guarantees you get initiative. Then you...
Also, the Masamune, when used as an item, is haste. We
Yes.
don't need it because we have time, but in some instances it may be your only option to actually cast haste.
I don't have the Wizard Rod yet. But I can equip an Ice Rod. I think I have Ice 3. I'll equip a Flame Shield because it absorbs. The rest is meh. I will give you back your Giant Glove. Genji Gloves is actually good for defense. Actually, we don't have time 6, right? Yeah, I'll keep Lena in Time Mage to learn time 6. I only have time 5. So right now I would really enjoy some key items to unlock more boss spots.
The longer this goes without key items, Orc Tower is looking more and more likely.
Yeah,
And we do have the Elder Branch, so
Yeah,
yeah.
we technically have access to Fog Tower.
Fork Tower requires that you replace Scallop with Kara. I think it's due to the game crashing when it's trying to use Kara's status, so it requires her. And there's Sword Dance.
And that was the last time we'll see our buddy Gilgamesh.
That was
Yeah,
our
we
fourth
got
one. Oh, Mirage Radar.
That's
all
huge.
four. All four Gregs.
That's going to open up access to the second North Mountain boss.
And a lot of shops as well. Some really good shops.
And we know Walt's tower key is somewhere in this world, so here's hoping.
Fire 3, we have Golem. Carbuncle. Carbuncle is nice, so we can have wall on everyone. White Mage as well, because I don't have it. We don't have high-level white magic.
There's a lot of variety here.
Javelins for sale with the ninja.
So basically, there are 8 high tier shops, 2 hints, 1 item check, the Black Chocobo, which gives you access to North Mountain's second boss spot. And there's also the hint as to Omega's weakness.
Wizard Rod, yes, please. Gold Pin as well, yes, please.
Buyable Dark Matter.
Wait, what? Going to sell some stuff. And hopefully, yeah. So, I want 1 gold pin. Do I want to buy Dark Matters? Okay, I'll buy 1. In case we really need to mix death potions. Alright.
Our favorite game. Is he going to beat the bum in the alley?
Okay, really, that's 2 hints about Steamship that compliment themselves for something we already did. No, I wasn't fast enough. Let me redo it. There we go.
This is one of the most hated NPCs in the game.
I think it's just the fact that he's so casual about it. Oh, here, let me just block your way. I'm in no hurry.
Oh, Assassin Dagger.
Nice.
And tiaras as well. I'm going to use the tiara instead. So I can equip the Mirage Vest. Like, the only reason you wouldn't be using a tiara as your dance item is if you have a ribbon, because ribbon does give you a lot of bonus stats. There is one goal that is currently worrying me. It's the hiding
The
goal.
Bard one? Yeah.
We haven't seen the Bard, and we haven't seen hiding command. There are a few shops I haven't visited yet, but yeah.
Jacole and I think that's the only one.
Rugor. I haven't seen Rugor yet.
Oh yeah.
There's our purple flowers back in action.
And this particular spot is very high health, like 40,000 health or something, I believe.
Do we have Vanilla Bahamut?
And without Bard for Love Song, just lock him down with Stop.
That's kinda even worse.
Ooh.
Oh.
We don't have Odin either.
Okay, I don't have Flesh Sword.
Didn't we pick up Slash as one of our first items?
Yes, but Slash would have lesser chance to proc here. Nice miss. I did sell the killer bow. I could have tried proccing Doom. Okay, so I have 3 dark matters. Do you have... I don't have Doom. Alright. So... Mix. Keep your flame shield, please. So... Yeah, the game has a bad tendency of actually removing your abilities, your good equipment, and equip something you don't need. You get the gold pin. I actually didn't re-equip her. Instead of Berserk, you're going to get Mix. That's okay. And you get Mix as well. With Masamune, yes. Though I want your running shoes. And a dense item. I can only get 3 death potions. Because I only have 3 dark matters. So best thing would be... Yeah, okay. Dark matter... Phoenix down. That's 1 down. And here Faris goes. I could try to use X Zone.
They're so fast at this location.
Rip Lena. Alright, now... what I'd like is... parts to revive. Ouch. Revive again.
Oh, at least it gets
Really?
that square out of the way.
Really? Oh, and it's spamming it now? So I at least get revivability.
I'd like to put I'd like to have Golem up at the start, just to avoid some of that early damage.
Yeah, that's something I could have done. I can indeed use Quick. I could use Quick to do that. But hey, Golem wouldn't have protected against the Iron 3.
No, but it put you at low health to begin with, so it made you vulnerable to the Arrow 3.
Phoenix down. Of course. Nice. Nice. Time. Quick. So first, I cannot cast Golem because I don't have summon anymore. But what I can do is double Death Potion. Then raising the battle level. Yes. No. No. That's bad. Do you have an elixir yet? No, I don't have an elixir. Those dragon armor absorb only the 3 main elements, or does it also absorb wind?
Only the 3 main elements. But I think you killed the wind one. So I'm not sure which this one is.
This is fire. Fire is the one alive.
Alright. Oh well, 1 sword dance was enough, thanks to the level boosting.
Nice. That's a tough spot.
Magic
Another-
lamp. That would
Nice.
have been good to have specifically for this
Before
fight.
that.
Alright, so that's clear both North Mountain checks. That means North Mountain was indeed Path to the Void for the steamship key.
And steamship led to 2 tablets.
Yeah.
Just realized what you could have done was leave the Earth one alive and just float.
That's true. If only I remembered which one is which element. Wait, we have a hide? We found a hide.
It must have been in a chest somewhere.
Okay, so black magic and hide. I'm going to get another gold quickly. Wizard rod, yes. Flame shield. Circlet.
That's basically going to leave us with we have to find the shrine page, and then we're still on the hunt for the key.
Yes.
And Quad Reflect is an easy one to get, since we do have Carbuncle now.
Yes.
And Black Magic.
Yes. Air knife. Yes. Air knife would be great if only we could have Sildra. You get the tiara. You keep the Korra ring. You get Berserker. Do I keep HP 30 or Agility? Agility is good.
Probably Agility, since you already have the high health base from the Mastery of Berserker job.
Yes. That's true. Magic Sword. Masamune with Enhancer, because I need at least 1 sword. Tiara, Mirage, and Running Shoes. I actually need to heal again, because of the change in MP values. I'm going to guess this boss here has the Worst Tower key. I hope so. This is Odin's spot. Yes, I have to wait. That's intentional. You have to wait for the correct button to pop up. Dilf. I almost thought I got Sildra, but nope.
And you started with Sylph.
Yes, so... oh, no, maybe we started with Remora.
It's Sylph, I just verified in the spoiler log.
Alright, thanks.
But it was
That's a
really
free
nice
fight.
starting with Summoner, especially given how early Halicarnasso was.
Abductor is non-heavy, so invulnerable to both insta-death and the break. And we got the Helical, which is another item that was hinted here. I got an Hardened Dagger, which is Magic Sword, okay, and Hardened Dagger is probably better than the Enhancer. No, it's not. It's actually not. Enhancer is actually a good weapon.
It's one of the top swords, it just has no real bonus effect besides the plus magic power.
It's looking like forest time almost.
Yeah, almost. Not yet.
We don't have the sub key either, which, granted that we know that there's no key items down in the sub area, but Barrier Tower is considered a tower, not underwater, correct?
Sunken Walls is an underwater location.
Sunken Wall says yeah, but Barrier Tower in here?
Barrier Tower is a tower.
Okay, that's what I thought. So
Yes.
sub key could still be required.
Ah, you mean to... you mean considering the hints?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true. I like this location because you're chaining the Hear You music and the Big Bridge music, which are two of the best musics in FF5.
Overkill on that little goblin.
Hello there.
Well, I am glad we found this boss here, not later.
Just Bahamut hanging out on a boat.
Alright, so what I'd like to do is limb. And then hide. And then I can easily kill Bahamut. Normally. Yes. So that's... win a boss fight with at least one character hiding. Oh, that's right, we also have to find the shrine page, and we don't know where it is. That's not the correct page!
Mm.
Oh no.
And
I
we
know,
know that Trench does
six.
not have anything because of one of the hints earlier.
Do we have any white magic? No. So, okay. I'll turn in into white mage now in order to learn the white magic. As well as summon. Gold pin, wire of gloss. Yes, that's everything good. At least, trench page means we don't have two more bosses because we need the submarine key to go there. Yeah.
We're hitting the dregs of what's available right now before we have to go to Fork.
Yeah.
there's still hope that you don't have to do fork, but it would have to line up at this point to where the forest gives you the sub key or at least the bracelet or anti-barrier, excuse me.
Unfortunately, we know that several boss fight bots have nothing because of the underwater hint. So there's very, very little available to us.
So I need the submarine key, which is in Access Castle, locked behind 2 key items, and I only have 2 locations left. Which means, if I don't get exactly those 2 items right now, Fog Tower will be 100% required. Or unless we get like Shrine Page to unlock 2 more locations. Or if we get Adamantite, which opens 2 more bosses. Other than that, if just one of the 2 remaining spots doesn't have any key item, that's 100% Fog Tower.
As painful as Fork Tower is, it's still a good display of what's going on.
Hello, Twintania. Goodbye, Twintania. So I originally wanted to not kill Twintania this way. I wanted to cast Carbuncle and then reflect a Black Magic.
But Berserker.
Okay, we have one more chance.
And that's a bingo square.
Shrine Page as well, yes. That's true. So that's 2 more bosses, 1 more key item check. That's not where I wanted to go. So we actually don't need to go to the Void.
No, we don't.
Which is bad news. Because that means we will have to get in the entire Void just to get to the portal item. Because portal item is an incentive. Talking about incentives, do you guys have incentive to introduce for the following runs?
We do indeed have a couple of upcoming goals I can talk about. So, for our upcoming bingo of Minecraft, you can choose what resource pack is used. We've got Faithful 32x, New Textures, or Programmer Art. All currently sat at $0, which you can contribute towards if you're a big fan of a certain texture pack. For the Ocarina of Time randomizer, you can give yourself a file name. If you've got something you'd like it to be called, then please do submit. And for Illusion of Gaia's randomizer, there is a boss shuffle incentive. We've already got $5 towards that $50 incentive, so $45 left to go. In addition to that, though, there's many good reasons to donate. If you put forward a total of $5 in the next couple of days, you will be in with a chance to win a Bingothon mug, either neutral or summer themed. Additionally, if you put forward $25, then you can be eligible for one of Team 17's generously donated game packs. Count Co-op, Metroidvania, Roguelike, Speedrun Starter Pack. Or Strategy. Just scroll down, finally there's some more. And if you put in a grand total of $50, not only will you be entered for everything we've talked about so far, but you'll also be in with a chance to win the Team 17 Grand Prize and Mario Strikers Battle League, which has been generously provided by our staff at Bingothon. A couple of more things as well. For $35, you'll be in with a chance to win Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes, a digital copy thereof, that is, and a bingo game at $15 by the DM Panda. If you're a big fan of getting things guaranteed, though, then Bingothon has a TeePublic store where you can buy some cool merch, including the mugs I talked about earlier, that you can win as a prize in this marathon. Revenue gained from this store will be used to further improve the marathon in many ways, helping us to help out many wonderful charities like Doctors Without Borders. That's all I've got to say. Thank you very, very much. Take it away.
Thanks you! So, meanwhile, we got another goal by quad reflecting Fire 3 on the Apocalypse. Apocalypse, also called Azumagia, is also weak to Bio, so Bio Sword Dance overkilled it. And we're currently in go mode. Our only goal left is clearing Sunken Walls and Walls Tower, and we know where both key items that we need to get there are. We know Walls Tower key is in Wall 3, and we know Submarine key is in Exes Castle. So we are technically in go mode. Kinda 2 hours subestimate. But we know kinda where the 2 key items are, but we don't know how. I mean, we don't know how much time it can take to get them.
Plus, we also have to clear the void to reach the portal boss.
Yes. And clearing the void isn't going to be that hard, to be honest.
It's just time consuming.
Yes. So Pantera's image is actually temp. Because you actually don't need to hit all of them. Only the middle one is the true target. Contrary to the other boss, the other sub-boss here, called Invisible, which summoned an image on itself, which is another target, on the same spot. So you won't be able to actually beat Invisible unless you cast AoE spells. So Pantera is actually the lucky one. Another Korra ring. Elf Cape, that's perfect. Hold on. Let me put that on Bart instead. So another mechanic, non-heavy monsters that have a weakness will get instantly killed if you use sword magic and the tier 3 elemental spell associated with it. Like this. Oh no, chat has launched a very tense debate about the best music in the entire series. Oh no, they opened the Pandora box.
Another turtle shell for a mix.
White Wind Blue Magic, that's nice. We just need to be able to cast Blue Magic. And another great spell I would like to have for the Portal boss would be Big God.
Which is another one we haven't seen yet. And Odin can be turned into a statue.
Yeah, Breck Sword is 100%, so...
Fans of Final Fantasy VI already know that.
It doesn't have any key items, so we have only one check remaining, and that's more forest.
Ooh.
And the good thing is that clearing Shrine gives you a vanilla cutscene of showing you the Fog Tower, just to taunt you.
Just a little bit of foreshadowing for you. This is where you'll be soon.
Like, just to taunt me. Hey, that's where you need to go next. Thanks a lot. Alright. Considering the item tier here, I think Big Quad can be in more forest.
It is possible.
Alright, time to remember how to actually loot this place. So there are only 2 chests in the first area, I think. Right? Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
2 chests, then
3,
3,
4.
then 4,
Easy to remember.
and then 3 after the fire.
So if I remember correctly, in vanilla you are forced to choose between opening a chest before the forest burns or after, and the content changes. Like, before the forest burns, it's an ice shield, and afterward, it's a fire shield.
Correct. In randomizer, that's not the case.
I'm missing one. There we go. Another black suit.
In randomizer, there's thankfully only one mutually exclusive chest.
So we got Hero's Song. That's a song that the bard can sing, which will slowly increase your battle level, just like mixing Samson's power or Dragon power. That's really nice to have right now. ETA. You mean estimated time? The original estimated time I had for this run was 4 hours and a half, taking into account the portal boss. But the seed plus bingo board combination today was really nice, so I'll have plenty of time to get the portal boss. As of now, I can't give you a more accurate time because of many things that could go wrong.
No holy sword, no flare sword. We're missing quite a bit still.
So here you can choose to protect Golem or kill it. Both monsters here are zombie and vulnerable to fire. That's why I'm using Fire 3 sword. You can also use Break on the Bone Dragon. You could use Holy Sword as well, yeah. And here, I won't bother killing Golem. The Berserker can actually do it if it wants. A range. I don't
Golem
think
has really high health here, so it would be quite difficult.
I don't think it will take more than 4 hours. So I guess
Oof.
maybe 3 hours and a half is a good estimate. No, okay, no. Between 3 hours and a half and 4 hours, I'd say. Alright, so now. Unfortunately, just like the vanilla game, clearing more forest kills Galuf and gives you crime. And that's what opens Fog Tower. So as Lily explained earlier, you cannot go to Fog Tower with Galuf. If the randomizer allowed to do so, you could softlock easily. The game doesn't like the scripted events there without Kryl, so the randomizer just straight up puts a barrier and you can't go there until you get Kryl. Now we can go to Fog Tower. That's 2 bosses, 2 key items check. We only need the bracelet and the Walls Tower key now to finish. And the submarine key. Alright.
We had a lot of key items early on, but we really are struggling now.
Bottleneck that should get cleared up by Fork Tower. And here's hoping for Go-Go on Fork.
On the side without the Berserker.
Okay, I legit don't know how I should split my teams with this team comp. Uh,
Cross our fingers and hope.
yeah, hope for the bosses on top.
It is
If
blind guessing. There's no way to know.
yeah, if the left boss can be broken, since Bart has break, I'll try to solo it. I could even better, break sword will insta kill it. Same with the boss on the right. So I have possible insta kills on both sides.
The bosses here have really high
Magic evade.
and really high speed, so
Yeah.
it can be dangerous here, especially
Well,
since it's a force split in your party.
Yeah, only magic sword has 100% proc for break sword. So otherwise, magic evade is what's important. Oh, okay, Apple Harp. I'm relieved to see that. That can be very useful for 2 of the 3 portal bosses. Alright. The boss on the right is Archewabus. Alright, that should be easy.
Especially since you have the healer over here.
Yeah. Now it's Bozaka, do your thing. And I think it's going to crit 100% of the time because Archewabus is a beast. I think. Actually, I could just put my controller down.
Team autopilot.
Yeah. I'm going to eat something and hydrate myself, please. Keep yourself hydrated. It's hot.
Archewabus is a unique boss, as it's actually 5 bosses in one sequential right after another. And each phase is vulnerable to different things. Different elemental powers, different elemental weaknesses.
And
as the fight goes on, it'll absorb more and more damage.
Yes, each phase adds an elemental that he absorbed. You can insta-kill the second and fourth phase with Doom or Odin. So 5 and a ribbon.
Okay, we need to have something on the other side here.
I mean, there has to be something because I don't have any other check piece. Oh yeah, I do have the
Basement.
Yeah, basement in the castle. Okay, Cricklow. Vulnerable to bolt 3, and I think it's non-heavy, so... Oh yeah, it's heavy. Okay.
It's the red lobster that's...
But I do have bolt 3 sword and bolt 3 on the same side. Yeah, okay. We're past the fog tower. First try.
Yay.
Nicely done.
Yay, Walls Tower key. I mean, it was obviously what was going to happen. That means bracelet is... bracelet can be on Walls Tower or Excess Castle. Why did I go to Ward 2? No, I wanted to go to Ward 1. Walls Tower is past the void, so I guess... Nah, it's going to be the first tablet, I think. I'm trying to guess what's going to be on which spot. But it's hard.
It's also possible that it's the bracelet. If your last tablet is in Excess Castle as well.
Yeah. I mean, I'm forced to get the bracelet either here or in the castle basement in order to not be soft locked. Do not go to the center pillar. There's nothing.
I do that every time by mistake.
Yeah, I think
Easy if you're just holding B and running into the room.
Yeah, because the randomizer gives you the innate thief dash ability, so to go faster.
The Vine of Shame.
Bracelet? Yes.
Oh, good.
Dispel, nice.
We also found the Judgment Staff, which casts Dispel in the Fork Tower.
Okay, now we can do all the bosses in Access Castle to get the submarine key. And the first tablet. The first tablet is required to get to the portal boss. We need to go to the deep end.
Do we have a quick moment?
Yes.
Alright, I would just like to say that this is the end of mine and Prozac's hosting shift here. So thank you thank you very much for having me, yes. Kind of weird to say thank you very much for having me if I'm the one putting myself on in here. But coming up next we've got MB and Phoenix. So yeah, they'll be taking the host spot here for the next few hours. So have fun.
Thanks for
Good luck
that.
with the rest of the run.
Thanks for that introduction, Floha. Yes, I'm just call me MB.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'm Phoenix.
And we'll be taking care of any donations, any questions that we see in chat. So feel free to put on those donations and keep it up in our chat. Back to you, runners.
Well, thank you both. Welcome here. Now we can actually access the true Access Castle, which is not that pretty. I'm still going to open the chest. I still want the ability to cast Blue Magic and Big Ward. Big Ward is probably going to be in the Void. To be honest.
Probably. There's a chance it could be in Falls.
Yeah.
Or Trench Shop. Which we do have access to now.
Oh, come on. So there's a goal that requires you to fail the bridge and get an encounter here. We don't have it today, but that's a possible goal.
This particular bridge section was slowed down considerably in Pixel Remaster, so it's a lot easier to hit.
All right,
It is slower, but it's weird because usually you just, I don't know, it's the release of it is way different. But it is slower.
All right, so we found Odin. That's great. Odin will, if all the targets are non-heavy, Odin will cast True Edge, which will instantly kill all targets that are vulnerable to it. So that can be really useful. Did I really fall? I did. Oops. What I want to do now is get to Carbuncle's spot. Who's here? Give me your brain. Another free boss.
Flare sword would also be really nice.
That's a sub key. And I can deduce the last boss here. No, the last boss doesn't necessarily have the remaining tablet. So now, as a Blackout bingo, I should just exit, go to Sunken Walls, and immediately end the seed. But I have the portal boss in mind, and I probably need other key items.
I'm hoping that this is a tablet, just so you don't have to go through a lot of extra checks.
Hello there.
Ooh.
That's one of the bosses you don't want to see late.
Rather here than deep in the void.
True.
Still, this is a 31,000 health spot.
Okay,
Each of
that's one
these
down.
barriers has a natural built-in wall effect that you can't take off. So
Yeah.
it makes black magic pretty useless.
Yeah. All the bios are weak to insta death actually. So you could use technically you could use Doom or such thing, but unfortunately they have innate wall. So the only way to actually do that would be to cast to use a death potion. Or an item that has Doom ability like Killer Bow, Assassin Dagger, and Doom Axe. I mean, I say Doom Axe, but it's a sickle. It's a sight, actually. Alright. Bios are gone. Now we'll be able to target Necrophobe after the dialogue. Once you get rid of the bios, Necrophobe stops being invincible and is actually weak to all elements in the game. Holy fire, ice, bolt, wind, water, etc. That's why I prepared Fire 3 Sword with Ferris. Oh, I don't have Holy. Damn.
So 3 casts of the magic lamp should also take out the barriers.
Yes. If you cast Odin with the magic lamp, which is the third one, it will always be true edge, even if there are heavy targets on the field.
And 1 piece of Neo X Death, the back bottom piece, is vulnerable to death. Okay, good. That was a tablet. That is really good news.
Oh, I forgot to open the 2 chests on the top. I hope Big Quad is not here.
Hopefully not.
I mean, I'm pretty sure it's going to be either in the Void or in Falls. Or in Trench. Now that I
Yeah.
have the sub key, I have access to all of them.
I think you should still check the... at least go and check the shop in Trench.
Yeah, I'll do that afterward. First, I'm going to clear the board by doing Sunken Walls.
Let's see if we get Vanilla Go-Go.
That would be bad because I would need to reset because I have a Berserker.
You can beat Go-Go with damage, but it's extremely difficult. Especially in a high health spot.
Yeah, the only way to defeat Go-Go with damage on a really high HP spot is to do a triple reflect, not quad, triple reflect spell.
And there he is. There he is.
You had to mention that. You had to. You had to.
It makes me so happy. Hi, Go-Go.
So holding LR, select, and start is a key code in the randomizer to have a quick reset. Alright, so, Cried. You will convert to dance and double grip for the rest of the seed. No, not double grip. Two-handed. Dragoon and Hardened Dagger. Yeah, sure. Ribbon. Rainbow Suit. Giant of Power. Giant, yes. I got rid of the Berserker. At this point, two-handed dance will do more damage anyway with the Dancer gear.
Berserker served us well.
Yes. Though the difference between Kryl and Faris, Faris mastered the ninja. Two-handed is native on Freelancer for her. For Kryl, I need to equip two-handed on the Freelancer. We are not on FF3. On FF3, all characters are ambidextrous by default. Alright, so Vanilla Go-Go. So, the way you beat Go-Go. Go-Go is a mime. He tells you, everything you do, I will do the same. Well, actually he's lying, because if you attack him, he's not going to mimic, he's going to cast Meteor until you're all dead. But he tells you, hey, if you try to copy me, you might win. So we're going to copy Go-Go by absolutely doing nothing, just like Luigi in some Mario Party games. So that's a coffee break, toilet break, anything you want, hydrate, and since it's a 2-minute break, you guys can also read some donations or say anything you want to say.
Thanks for the opportunity. If I have one, I'll actually choose to talk about what we're raising money for. What are these donations going towards, you might be wondering if you've come in recently. Doctors Without Borders is an organization that offers medical humanitarian assistance to people based solely on need, irrespective of race, religion, gender, or political affiliation. Their frontline workers, including doctors, nurses, logisticians, are often among the first on the scene when people's lives are upended by conflict, disease outbreak, and other disasters. So any dollar counts. If you give 2, if you give 20, if you want to give 200, no pressure. We will take anything to support Doctors Without Borders. I myself am definitely on the hydrate team, though.
Yeah.
You need a little break. Team hydrate.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, it's getting hot. It's currently 30 degrees Celsius in my room because I have good isolation and a fan running. Yeah. If I get my phone and try to see what temperature it is outside, I'm pretty sure it's way higher. Oh, it's 34. Alright, that's the way. I'm not doing anything. So you did nothing. You copied me. Good job. So basically we learned the art of the mimic by doing absolutely nothing.
Hey, we're graduates now. Hooray! Thanks, Go-Go.
So that's clear the walls and sunken walls tower. draw. Alright, so what we're doing now... In order to end the time, the convention on this randomizer is to get to the castle in Wall 3, talk to the Chancellor, which will trigger the credits, and that's time for the Blackout. But as you know, it's not over yet. That's why I saved just before. Now we have to get to the Porter boss. Lena mastered White Mage, that's perfect. So Mimic, so you can equip 3 abilities. So we will have White, Summon, and Black Magic, I guess. I would prefer to have Blue Magic.
Well, hopefully we find blue magic in the void.
Yeah. I'll equip Air Knife. Genji Shield is great. Gold Pin, obviously. Black Suit. Aura Ring. Actually, Barts, you have plug in time. Once I get blue, I'm getting Barts into a Mimic as well. Alright, so first step is getting to the Porter boss. There's a save point just on the side of the Porter boss if you beat the boss on the Necrophobe spot. This is going to take a few time to actually reach the end of the void. After that, I'll start setting up. So can you guys explain the mechanic of the Porter bosses, please?
Okay, so there are 3 custom bosses that were made for the randomizer. And there's a crystal to the left of the final portal that takes you to X death spot. And every seed you have 1 chance, or 1 random selection of those 3 portal bosses. And each one's different, each one has quite different abilities, different mechanics, different counters. They're all a little bit more difficult than Neo X Deaths.
Which one are you hoping to see, Rom?
Dragon Clan. Dragon Clan is the easiest one. 3 dragons, we have Apollo Harp. Yeah, definitely the easiest one. Second one I would like to see would be Ren Senshi. Ren Senshi is essentially survive the battle opening, and you should be good if you keep yourself alive. Then the problem comes with Summer Mage. Summer Mage is the worst one of the 3. We got Giltos, we're not going to use it at all.
Medio is a nice find as well.
Yeah, we found Flare Sword, Holy. Oh, Holy. Yeah. Goodbye, Kryl again. Yeah, Tempest Sword. It's a good katana and it has a high crit chance. Holy Sword Magic.
Good.
Blue Mage.
Yes.
There it is.
So, Barts, you're going to become a Blue Mage because I'm not sure we will find the blue command. So at least someone will master it. with black. Weather Rod. Circlet. Black. And Elf Cape. Omega is not moving in the randomizer, thankfully.
After the run, I'll tell you where the blue command is.
You shouldn't need, honestly. I mean, oh yeah, after the run, yes.
I like the way you phrase that, meaning it's not in front of us.
So those 3 bosses, you absolutely need to kill them at the same time, or else they will resurrect and you will get Delta attacked. Odin can insta-kill them all. You can also break them, as you saw with Ferris.
This is kind of a mean spot for triplets.
Yeah, because there's high magic evade here. Though I have blue magic, but I don't have big quad. Another pair of running shoes, that's nice. Excalibur. Eh.
Excalibur is really good for Castle X-Death.
Yeah.
But not so much elsewhere.
Liquid Flame is weak to ice and not heavy, so Ice 3 Sword is insta-kill. Let's see. I'm trying on the way. I'm also trying to calculate an estimate, like if you want to prepare the other runner. In the meanwhile.
Allura is vulnerable to a lot of different statuses, including Toad. But it's all things that you won't have access to in a vanilla run.
Yeah. I'm looking at a boss list, and there are not many difficult bosses left. Like, the only one that can be a problem is the Leviathan, which is a huge problem. Nope. Ramu. Only weak to insta-kills. I don't have a way to cast Doom.
You do have Odin, though.
Oh yeah, that's right. Well, yeah.
He's about
I could have
dead
used
anyway.
Odin because it's not heavy. Romu is not heavy. That's right.
And unlike FF6, if the enemy is heavy, then Odin will throw a spear, the Gungnir spear, at your enemy and at least do some damage. It's pretty respectable single target damage too.
Yeah, and it's neutral element, so you don't have to fear about enemies absorbing it. Alright, Twin Tanya Spot. Meh.
Easy.
There's our red lobster.
Yeah, there are two lobsters in the game, Kreklo and Calabas. Alright, so there are only two boss spots remaining. Necrophobe spot, which unlocks the save point, and the net spot. And I haven't seen Leviathan yet. So...
That's worrisome.
Yeah, he
There's
hits
also
so
a
hard.
few
Did I...
others.
No. Did I... Misclicked.
No.
I wanted to use a tent. Bruh. That's a free time loss. Wanted to use a tent, clicked Warp Shard instead.
The walk of shame begins.
Exactly.
At least there are a few spots that you haven't checked, like 2 bosses in Trench, 2 bosses in Falls,
Yes.
Barrier Tower.
We haven't seen Siren. We haven't seen
Ouroboros.
Biblos, Priorboth, Adamantai, Titan. Ironclaw.
There's only a few on that are scary. Marigine.
Yeah, Meridine too. Leviathan itself is a really high level threat.
I'm hoping that Leviathan is in, say, Falls or somewhere that you don't need to go.
Vanilla Leviathan. Well, I do have 2 coral rings if needed. But I think at those parts, Leviathan can also do Mind Blast. What? Oh, I got the glitch, really. Thank you. Sometimes, even if you open the book, it won't trigger the change in the loading zone. Okay. Yeah, save. Then we can go up.
Here's hoping for something not bad at Necrophobe spot.
There are still a few chests in the void. I guess Big Wad should be there.
Hopefully we find Big Guard.
Yes.
Oh, good.
Okay. The good thing is that we should be fully
Nice.
prepared. Yeah. The good thing is we're fully prepared for the boss fight. Oh, that's really, really, really nice.
Ooh. I
Though,
get rid of I don't know.
this way I should have double sword magic.
Yeah.
I cannot get the Masamune on Lena. I'll keep the Masamune, and if Bart can master Blue Mage and get blue, Freelancer will be able to equip Masamune. That would be great, because Masamune gives you the initiative 100%, so you can cast Big Wad right away.
Here's the boss. Oh, not as bad as it could be.
Okay, only the two bottoms are not muted. I don't have Ice 3. Yeah.
I don't think they're vulnerable or strong to anything, so I think they're good.
Yeah. So, if you kill one of them, it will cast Life 2. So you need to either kill all of them at the same time, or mute them. Okay, they're all muted. I can really kill it.
At lower level spots, you can drain their MP as well.
Oh, I could have casted Odin, because I wouldn't have been able to cast Life 2. Like, the thing is, Odin normally doesn't work, because even if it will insta-kill them, it will cast Life 2 as a counter and will all repop. But now they're all muted, I could cast Odin. Alright, yeah, that should be it. They shouldn't be able to cast Life 2. Yeah.
Definitely could have been worse bosses there. Looking at Leviathan.
Okay, we are very, very, very far from being able to master the Blue Mage. So Bartz will remain as Blue Mage, because I need Blue Magic. Tents, please. I will save here and I will pick who the Portal Boss is. 30 minutes from now on should be a good estimate. It shouldn't go beyond 30 minutes.
So there's the crystal.
Oh, okay, I see. Okay, we just have to survive the opening. Mirage Vest, thank you. Okay, so now, Golem. Rain Senshi. Yeah, that's why you want to survive the beginning. Before we could cast Big God. And then you have those huge counters. Those counters are the reason I put Golem on. Okay, so what I should do... Okay. You get the running shoes. And you get the elf cape. Hopefully, since I have blue and time, I should be able... No, I have blue and black. Hold on. Golden knife, yes. Circlet. White. Running shoes, yes. The opening. Time. I cannot use quick because quick is times 6.
Unfortunately, there's only time 2. Or time 5 we have.
Now we have Big God. Kara doesn't survive, unfortunately. Golem. White Wind. Guardian Knife proccing. Sword Dance not proccing. Cryo won't be hasted, but that's not a problem. Holy O. Lena should be protected enough, yes. Now we life 2. Oh, I have to lose a turn. In order to get back to front row.
Ouch. That's one of the more annoying abilities.
Double Dispel as well. Then... yeah, without a Wizard Rod, it's not doing much damage. Wait, hold on. I have the ribbon on Kryl. I shouldn't be put to sleep.
Interesting.
Fortunately, I do have Esuna. Renewing the Mirage Vest. Oh, that's right. It also cancels. It does cancel my Flare Sword.
Magic sword.
Yes. Hold on. Wait. What? What? You can do a party-wide vampire?
How?
Oh, I should have equipped the Man-Eater, because this will 100% crit. Oh, and of course I'm a multiple of 2, so I have level 2 old now.
Hopefully this finishes it.
And time! Wow.
Nice.
That was clutch.
That was
Nice
good.
job.
Wow.
Sub 3 hours?
That should be 3 hours. Around 3 hours, I think, yes.
Yeah, we had paused the timer at the end of the actual bingo board, and then you went on for the incentive. And so I'm not sure what the incentive time with that would be. But GG's, that was clutch, to say the
Thank
least.
you all.
That was a very enjoyable run.
Yeah.
We'll let you guys wrap things up in just a moment, but we do have a donation to read. Want to get that, Phoenix?
Yep, sure thing. We have a $10 donation from Sweet that says, "Let's hear that beautiful donation reader voice. I feel sorry for all the red lobsters." That's for all the Divinity 2 fans out there. And I'm sure the first part meant MB, but sometimes we have to make do with what we get. And also, we now have a few bid wars that are currently going on. We have the Minecraft Resource Pack Choice and the Illusion of Gaia Randomizer, so boss shuffle. And we also have Ocarina of Time Randomizer, which gives us we have the file name choice as a bid war. And currently we have Chic with $10 and Sweet with $10. So you can donate to any of these, or you can submit your own options.
Alright, so if my calculations are correct, since we started on time, given the current time it is, the entire Blackout plus Porta Boss should have taken 3 hours and 20 minutes exactly.
That is definitely a good time for Blackout with the incentive.
Yeah, considering the void was not required and we had to climb the entire void just to get to the actual Porta Boss. So thanks everyone who watched, thanks everyone who donated. It was a pleasure to open the marathon with this run, showcasing FF5 Career Day. We had a few tournaments already, and the last one was Variety, and Bingo really hyped everyone during the Variety tournament. So being able to showcase Career Day Bingo was really a pleasure for all of us. Thanks everyone. Thanks Lily and Obi for helping me commentate this run. Well, it is time to leave, unfortunately. I hope the next runners are almost ready. Yeah, putting such a big incentive because the range is huge, can also result in the next runners having to be ready way before the scheduled time.
Sorry, we'll go over to a brief intermission. Our next game, speaking of which, our winners, we actually have one for our next game. It'll be a solo. That is going to be Donkey Kong 64, a Blackout bingo as well. So we'll go over to short intermission whenever you guys are ready, and then we will see that run after that. So yeah, any...
Doctors Without Borders, also known internationally by our French name Médecins Sans Frontières, or MSF, is an independent medical humanitarian organization. Founded in 1971, MSF won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1999. Today we have some 33,000 staff on the ground in roughly 70 countries. We work in communities affected by war, natural disasters, disease outbreaks, chronic neglect, and other crises. We treat people based on medical needs alone, regardless of race, religion, or political affiliation. On any given day, we assist patients who have no other access to healthcare services. Our medical teams can offer critical services such as surgery, maternal care, vaccinations, and mental health counseling. When people are forced from their homes, we focus on treating illnesses and injuries. We work to prevent disease outbreaks in refugee camps and other settlements. We treat malnutrition and the consequences of sexual violence. Our advocacy message is always the same. People at risk should be able to access health care, and medical workers, even in active conflict zones, must be able to provide it. And life-saving medicines and vaccines must be affordable and accessible to the people who need them most. The ongoing support of our donors, together with the profound commitment of our aid workers, will allow MSF to provide independent and impartial assistance to people in crises for a long time to come. We know that the future holds many challenges for people around the world, but we also know what's possible when we go where we're most needed with the materials we need to deliver life-saving medical care.
Peggy 7.
Hello, hello. This is Bingothon Summer 2022. We are just one run in to our marathon here. We'll be going for several days. Our next run will be Donkey Kong 64 Country. I don't know why that came out. And yeah. And just in case you're wondering kind of what we're doing here, why in the world would people spend 3 days marathoning? Well, okay, other than the fact that bingo is amazing and makes several games just tons of fun. We are actually raising money for Doctors Without Borders, or Médecins Sans Frontières, I believe. I don't speak French, though.
Good try, at least.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So that being said, we are just raising anything that we can. If you want to give $5, $10, anything, we'll take it. Knowing that they're doing some key refugee work in many countries all across the world. If you happen to be on our Speedruns live channel, we actually have 2 channels that we're streaming to right now. Feel free to come back and give a follow to the actual Bingothon channel, because that channel is where we just do some other things beyond the marathon, actually. We have some Breath of the Wild games that we do on kind of like a weekly, monthly kind of basis. We also have been known to do some Sonic Adventure 2 bingos, as well as Super Mario Sunshine. So if there's bingos that you're interested in doing too, you can let us know. We might be able to get that happening on our Bingothon channel.
Yeah, and speaking of Bingothon, the event is sponsored by Team 17, who also recently announced their tactical diesel punk looter shooter Marauders, so do go check it out. And they've also generously donated some great prizes that you can also get into the raffle for by donating various amounts over the weekend. And for the grand prize that they've donated, you need to donate $50 over the course of the weekend. You can donate $5 now, you can donate $5 later today. You can donate whatever you want, and once you get up to a grand total of $50, you will be entered into this raffle. And all the other prizes are also available for you for that, or even a lesser amount, like some great Bingothon mugs. We have also a Mario Strikers Battle League digital copy that you can get into and have a chance to win. Team 17 has donated a few game packs, which are Couch Co-op Pack, Metroidvania, Roguelike, Speedrun, and Strategy packs. So definitely get in on those as well. Then we have what is apparently a physical bingo game that you can also win by donating $15 over the course of the event. And then we also have a Fire Emblem Warriors 3 Hopes digital copy for a donation amount of $35. So we have some great prizes for you to win. So keep donating for a great cause.
Enjoy the intermission music for a few minutes while we get our next run ready.